Yes, good morning to everyone. I welcome you all in my next class, that is cell division as meiosis. As we already discussed about the mitosis, now this is the next lecture about the meiosis. So in this class, we will discuss about the meiosis cell cycle, what is the meiosis and why this meiosis is important to studies. Then significance of this meiosis. So as we already discussed about the living organism, that all living organism, even a largest, even though whether it may be large or small, doesn't matter. But each and every living organism start their life from a single cells. And growth and reproductions are the characteristic feature of the cells. Growth and reproductions are the characteristic feature of the cell. With each parental cells, which give rise to a two daughter cells each time when they get divide. When they get divide. So each parental cell will give two daughter cells. Then the newly formed daughter cells can themselves grow. Later on, they can divide, okay, giving rise to a new cell population that is formed by the growth and division of a single parental cells. Division single parental cells. Its progeny, in other words, such cell cycles of growth and division allow a single cells to form a structure which consisting of a multicellular billions of the cells. So this growth and division property of the cells allow a single cells to form a complex molecule from single molecule to complex molecules. Okay, or we can say from a single cell to multicellular organism is developed through the this cell properties like cell growth, cell division, growing cell division. So cell division is very important process for all living organisms. During the cell division, DNA replications and cell growth. During along with the cell division, there is a DNA replication, cell growth will also takes place. So during all these processes, cell division, DNA replication, cell growth, they have take place in coordinated way to ensure the correct cell division and formation of progeny cells which containing intact genome. So the sequence of events by which a cell get duplicate its genome. So the duplication of genome is also a very important critical step for the successful cell division. It has to ensure before the M phases and interphases during the S phase of the interphases. The sequence of event by which a cell get duplicated its genome, synthesize other constituents of the cells like protein, like growth hormones, or carbohydrates, which is required for the further cell growth and development. Eventually divide into two different daughter cells, terminate cell cycle. That is known as cell cycle. The sequence of event in which a cell duplicates its genome, synthesize the other constituent of the cells, and eventually divide into two daughter cells. That is known as cell cycle. Although cell growth in terms of cytoplasmic increase is a continuous process. DNA synthesis also occurs during one specific stage in the cell cycle. The replicated chromosomes are then distributed to daughter cells, daughter nuclei, by a complex series of the events during cell division. These events are themselves under genetic control. Now, if we talk about a eukaryotic cells or human cells, they divide once in approximately every 24 hours. Okay, they divide every time. This duration of the cell cycle can vary from organism to organism and also from cell to cell type. For example, we can take example of the yeast cells, which can progress through the cell cycle in control about 90 minutes. Control about 90 minutes. So accordingly, this cell cycle sequence of event, okay, for the genome duplication and synthesizing of the different required material like other metabolite which is required by the cells for the growth and development is known as cell cycle. Now the cell cycle is divided into two different phases, interphase and mitotic phase or M phase, division phase, that is known as division phase. So the M phase represents the phase when the actual cell division or mitosis occur in the interphase. The interphase represents the phases between two different successive M phases. Interphase is the phase representing the time period that is present between these two successive M phases. It is significant to note that in 24 average duration of the cell cycle of human cells, cell division proper lasts for the 1 hour. The interphase lasts more than 95% of the duration of the cell cycle. See, the interphase is the longest phase. Interphase is the longest phase as compared to M phase. We take very less time. 95% of the time, out of 24 hours, is involved in the interphase. Interphase means preparatory phase. That is known as preparatory phase. In cells is engaged to prepare itself for the next division and synthesize different either for the genome duplications, synthesize different metabolites. Okay, so that is engaged in the synthesis of the different metabolites. Okay, then this M phase start with the nuclear division. This M phase start with the nuclear division corresponding to separation of daughter cells like karyokinesis and usually end with the division of cytoplasm that is known as cytokinesis. The interphase top part is the resting phase. The interphase that is called as resting phase is the time duration which cell preparation of division by undergoing both the cell growth and DNA replication in an ordinary patient. So this interphase, we can divide this phase into three different substages, like G1 phase that is known as GAP1, S phase because S stands for the synthesis phase, G2, GAP2 phase. So what are the functions during that period cell? What the cell do at these different phases? So at the time of G1 phases, which correspond to the interval between the mitosis and initiation of the DNA replication. G1 phase corresponds to the interval between the M phase and the S phase or DNA replication phase. So during this G1 phase, the cell is metabolically active and continuously grow, but does not replicate its DNA. Okay, does not means in this way, cell is engaged completely to synthesize different proteins, different metabolites, which is required by the cell for their growth and development. So it synthesizes sufficient amount quantity to amounts. The next phase, S phase or synthesis phase, mark the period during which DNA synthesis or replication takes place. So during this time, the amount of DNA per cell doubles. If the initial amount of DNA is denoted as 2S, then at this S phase it becomes 4C. However, there is increase in the chromosome number. If the cell had diploid or 2N number of the chromosome, even after S phase number of the chromosome, like 2N. Some cells in adult animals do appear to exhibit the division, and many other cells divide occasionally, as needed to replace cells that have been lost because of injury, cell death. Cells that do not divide further exit the G1 phase to enter an inactive phase that is known as quiescent stage or G0 phase. That is known as quiescent phase or G0 phase. Cells in this stage remain metabolically active but no longer proliferate unless called on to do depending on the requirement of the organism. Okay. So this mitotic cell division is only seen in the diploid somatic cells. However, there are few exceptions where the haploid cells divide by the mitosis. Okay. So as we already discussed about the cell cycle, which involves the reorganization of virtually all the components of the cells. The number of chromosomes in the parent and progeny of a cell is the same. That is known as equational division or mitosis. Equational division and mitosis. In case of mitosis, the cells chromosome will not be the chromosome number will remain the same. DNA content will remain the same as their parental cells. Whatever the daughter cells has produced from their parental cells, the genomic content is same to the parental cells. Now we will discuss about the meiosis. Meiosis. So as you know, the meiotic cell division first time described by the von Benden in 1883. The meiotic cell division first time described by the von Benden in 1883. This meiotic cell division occurs in germ cells of all the living organisms. So during meiosis, the genetic material of a diploid germ cells undergo two nuclear divisions, resulting in four haploid daughter cells. So each daughter cell has one half of the number of chromosomes as their parental cells. Each daughter cells has one half of number of chromosomes. So what happens during the meiosis? The genetic material of diploid germ cells undergo two nuclear division. Okay. So in case of meiosis, there is a two nuclear division. resulting in there is a four haploid daughter cell. Four haploid daughter cell. Okay. Genetic material of the diploid germ cell. Diploid germ cell means one from the male parents, one from that undergo to the two nuclear division, resulting in four haploid. Each daughter cell has one half of number of chromosomes as the parental DNA. Each daughter cells each daughter cells has one half of the number of chromosomes as their parental cells. There are two successive nuclear divisions in meiosis as compared to the one division found in mitosis. So there is a two stage of meiosis, that is meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. So the production of offspring by sexual reproduction, which include the fusion of two gametes, each with a complete haploid set of chromosomes. Production of offspring by the sexual reproduction, which include the fusion of two gametes, each with a complete haploid set of the chromosomes. The gametes are formed from the specialized diploid cells. These gametes are formed from the specialized diploid cells. These specialized kind of cell division that reduce the chromosome number by half, which result in the production of haploid daughter cell. So these haploid cells are produced from the specialized diploid cells. So these diploid cells reduce the chromosome number by the half, which result in a haploid set of haploid cells. This is known as meiosis. Meiosis ensures the production of haploid phases. Meiosis ensures the production of haploid phase in the life cycle of sexual reproduction organisms. Whereas fertilization restores the diploid phase. Whereas fertilization restores the diploid phase. So we know the meiosis during the gametogenesis in the plant and animal. This led to the formation of haploid gamete. If we talk about the meiosis, meiosis have a unique property as compared to mitosis. As right now we discussed, meiosis involves two sequential nuclear division. Two sequential nuclear division, that is meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. But only a single cycle of DNA replications. Remember please. In case of meiosis, meiosis involves the two successive nuclear division. Okay, two successive nuclear division, but they have only single cycle of DNA replications. Meiosis 1 is initiated after the parental chromosome has replicated, which produce identical sister chromatid at the S phase. So, as we know already, we discussed this stage in mitosis that during the S phase of interphase, uh, the chromosome get doubled because of DNA replications. Okay, then karyokinesis will in M phase. Okay, so in a single M phase, there is a two successive nuclear division. That is meiosis 1, meiosis 2. So meiosis involves the pairing of the homologous chromosome. Meiosis involves pairing of homologous chromosome and recombination between the non-sister chromatid of homologous chromosome. So this meiosis have a unique property. So pairing of homologous chromosome occur and recombination between the non-sister chromatid of homologous chromosome. So these four haploid cells are formed at the end of meiosis 2. So we must understand about the different meiotic event which grouped under this. Under meiosis 1, prophase 1, prophase 2, anaphase 1, telophase 2, telophase 1. Similarly, in meiosis 2, the different substages are prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2, telophase 2. So that's what the meiosis 1. So see, remember, in case of meiosis 1, that is known as reductional division. Why? Because whatever the genetic content is present in that cells, they become half or they reduce to the half. But in case of meiosis 2, that is known as equational division or it equals to mitosis. So at this stage, there is no reduction in the chromosome. So whatever the chromosome number is remain, that same remain in the further progeny or daughter cells. Before dividing the cells, they enter into the meiosis, undergo a period of growth that is called as interphase. These are the different phases of the meiosis, interphase, then meiosis. The meiosis is divided into two phases, meiosis 1, meiosis 2. The meiosis is further divided into prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1, cytokinesis. So this prophase 1 have different substances, lactotine, zygotine, pachytine, diplotin, dikinase. Each stage has a unique event of the cell cycles. In case of meiosis 2, prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2, and telophase 2, then cytokinesis. So in case of meiosis, after meiosis 1, there is two daughter cells. There is a two daughter cells with haploid set of replicated chromosomes. sister chromatid will remain together. After meiosis II, the four daughter cells with haploid set of chromosomes. Haploid sets of chromosomes. Now interphase. The interphase just prior to entry of the cell into the meiosis is known as pre-mitotic interphase. So during the S phase of the pre-mitotic interphase, chromosome replication takes place. Chromosome replication takes place. Okay, chromosomal replication takes place. So the genetic content become double at this stage. Okay. So this interphase, the events of the interphase of meiosis is somewhat is similar with the interphase stages of the mitosis that we already discussed. So meiosis is nothing but form of eukaryotic division that produce the haploid sex organs or sex cells or gamete cells from the diploid one. The process takes place form of one DNA replication with two successive nuclear cell division. As in case of meiosis, proceed by the cell of DNA replication that convert each chromosome to sister chromatid. So in case of meiosis one, it separates the pair of homologous chromosomes. It separates the pair of homologous chromosomes. That's why meiosis one is special cell division reduce the cells from diploid to haploid, diploid to haploid, diploid to haploid. So meiosis one separates the homologous chromosome and produce two cells with haploid chromosome number. For that reason, it is known as reductional division because at that time the homologous chromosome, the two and genetic content is there that remain uh, half reductional division. Meiosis one consists of four different substances: prophase one, metaphase one, anaphase one, telophase one. Prophase one. Prophase one is the longest in the duration which compared to prophase in mitosis. Prophase one is the longest as compared to prophase in mitosis. It takes about 85 to 90% of the cellular percent of total time of meiosis. Also much more complex. Prophase one divided into five different substages: lactotine, zygotine, phacetin, diplotin, and diakinesis. So lactotine. Lactotine is the first stage of prophase. Lactotine is the first stage of prophase one. It's called as lactotine or lactonin. So all the chromosome begins to condense, so they become visible at the fine threads. There is a marked increase in the nuclear volume. Increase in the nuclear volume. The process of homology search, which is essential to initiate the pairing of homologous chromosomes. So in this case, lactotine stage, the pairing of between homologous chromosomes gets started. That began during the zygotine stage. That is known as zygote. This stage begins with the initiation of pairing, zygotine. This stage begins with the pairing between homologous chromosomes, and it ends with the complete pairing. So in case of the zygotine, only the homologous pairing occurs. Homologous pairing, you can see in the picture, homologous between the pairing between the homologous chromosomes. And pairing will be completed with this. The process of pairing at the end between homologous chromosomes is known as synapsis. Is known as synapsis. Pairing between homologous chromosomes is known as synapsis. The synaptonymal complex is formed during the zygote stage. Synaptonymal complex is formed during the zygotine stages. At the completion of zygotine, paired homozygote takes place from the bivalent. Number of bivalent in each species is equal to the haploid number. Equal to the haploid number. So this here then we can conclude these stages as that in case of prophase one or what is the first stage of that prophase one, lactotine. During the lactotine, the chromosomes start to become condensed. Chromosomes start to become condensed. Start to become condensed. So homologous chromosome pairing process synapses. The pairing of homologous chromosome called tetra. Group of four chromatic bivalent. During synapses, corresponding region of the close association called chiasmata, single level chromosomes, along with the non-sister chromatid. Along with the non-sister chromatid. So, in case of leptotin, only the chromosomes start to condense and lose wool thread-like structure. In case of zygote, homologous chromosomes become closely associated with synapses to form the pairing between the homologous chromosome occur. Pairing between homologous chromosomes. In case of zygote, only the pairing is occurred. During the leptotin stage, chromosomes become gradually visible. Under the light microscope, the compaction of chromosomes continues throughout the leptotin. This is followed by a second stage of procreation that is called as zygote. So during this zygote stage, chromosomes start pairing together and process of association is called as synapse. Such paired chromosomes are called as homologous chromosomes. So this stage indicates the chromosome synapsis is accompanied by the formation of complex structure that is known as synaptonymal complex. Synaptonymal complex between the zygote. The pairing is known as synaptonymal complex. This complex formed by a pair of synapse homologous chromosomes is called a bivalent or tetrad stage. However, these are more clearly visible at the next stage. The first two stages of prophase relatively shortly. Next stage, that is pachytene. That is pachytene. These two stages are somewhat short, like protein and zygote. Now, the pachytene stage is also known as pachytenema. The process of synapsis gets completed. And two homologous chromosomes, each bivalent, appear to be attached with each other at the one or more point. These attachments are known as chiasmata. These attachments are known as chiasmata. So, so this chiasmata, the crossing over is taking place, which is a precise breakage, cutting, and reunion between two non-sister chromosomes. Crossover make new gene combinations, which are an important source of genetic variations. Which are an important source of the genetic variations. So during the pachytene, the four chromatid of each bivalent chromosomes they become distinct and clearly appear as a tetra. This stage is characterized by the appearance of recombinational nodules. That the recombinational nodules or this chiasmata, but from the chiasmata. Okay, this form as chiasmata. This chiasmata is also known as recombinational nodule because at this place recombination or crossing over is taking place. Crossing over is taking place. So these recombination nodules are nothing but these are the site at which crossing over occur between the non-sister chromatid of the homologous. So crossing over is nothing but it's the exchange of genetic material between two homologous chromosomes. Exchange of genetic material between two homologous chromosomes. Crossing over is also an enzyme-mediated process, and enzyme involved in the recombination. Enzyme involved that is called as recombination. Crossing over led to the recombination of genetic material on the two different chromosomes. Now, this recombination between homologous chromosomes is completed by the end of pachytene. So, in case of pachytene, the only recombination is taking place, leaving the chromosome linked as the site of crossing. And after that, pachytene, diplotin. Next stage is diplotin or diplonin. And DNA recombination is get completed. DNA recombination get completed. The chromatid continue to the shorten and thicken. The four sister chromatid in a group is called tetra. Four sister chromatids in a group is called as tetra. The synaptonymal complex begins to break down. Now the paired chromatid begins to pull. This paired chromatid begins to pull apart, causing strands to separate longitudinally. The chiasmata tends to become terminalized as the meiotic prophase continue. At the meiotic prophase continue. So in this case, terminalization gets this stage can be recognized by the dissolutions of the synaptonymal complex and the tendency of the recombined homologous chromosome of bivalent to separate from each other, except the site of crossover. Now the X-shaped structures are called chiasmata. These X-shaped structures are called chiasmata. In two sides of some vertebrate, diplotin can last for a month or year. In vertebrate, it goes for a longer time. Next is dikinesis. The chromosomes become shorter. In this case, chromosomes become shorter and thicker due to the condensation. Due to condensation, chromosomes become shorter and thicker due to condensation. Nucleolus and nuclear envelope disappear toward the end of dikinesis. Nucleolus and nuclear envelope disappear toward the end of dikinesis. The spindle apparatus become recognized. Spindle apparatus become recognized. These centrioles migrate away from one another. Centrioles move away from one another. Okay. So this at this stage, dikinesis, this is the final stage of the phase one. This is marked by the terminalization of the chiasmatum. Terminalization of the chiasmatum. So during this phase, the chromosomes are fully condensed. During this phase, the chromosomes are fully condensed and the meiotic spindle is assembled to prepare the homologous chromosome for the separations. By the end of this dikinesis, the nucleolus disappear and nuclear envelope also break down. Now this dikinesis represents the transitional phase to the prophase to metaphase. Transition to metaphase. Now we will review once this prophase one. What are the different events in prophase one? The prophase one is nothing but the first stage of meiotic division, which is subdivided and divided into five different phases. That is lactotin, zygotin, pachytine, diplotin, and dikinesis. So the most important sequential event of lactotin is the chromosome become gradually visible and bound for the high condensation. The compaction of chromosome continue throughout the lactotin. Okay. So condensation is going on. This is followed by the second stage, that is zygote. So during this stage, chromosomes start pairing with the homologous chromosome. Means homologous chromosomes start pairing with each other. Okay. In this phase, only the main sequential event, cell event is the pairing between the homologous chromosomes. This process of associated is called as synapsis. Such paired chromosomes are called homologous chromosomes. So, homologous chromosomes. Now, the chromosome synapsis is accompanied by the formation of complex structure that is called as synaptonymal complex. That is known as synaptonymal complex. Now, the complex which is formed by the pair of synapse homologous chromosomes is called as bivalent. The tetrad stage. These two stages, lactotin zygotin, are somewhat short stages as compared to next as compared to pachytine next stage. These are the very short lived compared to next stage, pachytine. During this stage, four chromatid, during the pachytine, the four chromatid of the each bivalent chromosome they become distinct and clearly appears as the tetrad. This stage is characterized by the appearance of recombinational nodule. So, in case of this recombinational nodule, a chiasmata is formed. So, these recombination nodule chiasmata are nothing but these are the site of the recombination, crossing over between one sister chromosome of homologous chromosomes. Crossing over, what is the crossing over? The crossing over is nothing but it's the exchange of the genetic material between two homologous chromosomes. Now, this crossing over is also enzyme mediated that recombinase enzyme involvement. Crossing over leads to the recombinational event of genetic material of two different chromosomes, two homologous chromosomes. Now, the outcome of the recombination crossing over is the generation of new genes. New gene combination. They leave the link site of the crossing. Next is at the beginning of diplotin, which is recognized by the dissolution of the synaptochemical complex and tendency of recombined homologous chromosomes of bivalent to separate them from each other, except a site of crossover. These accept structure are called as chiasmata. So, in case of two sites, vertebrate two sites, they live for longer period, month or year. The next final stage is dikinesis, which is marked by the terminalization of the chiasmata. So during this phase, chromosomes are fully condensed and meiotic spindle is assembled to prepare the homologous chromosome for separation. By the end of dikinesis, the nucleolus disappear and nuclear envelope also break down. Dikinesis represents transition to metaphase. Transition to metaphase. Now next is metaphase. All the bivalent All the bivalent chromosomes migrate within a cells, which migrate to metaphase plate, which migrate to metaphase plate. One homologous is pulled above by the metaphase plate. All the bivalent which migrate within the cell, which migrate to the metaphase plate. To the center. One homologous is pulled above the metaphase plate, other below. Means the homologous chromosomes they get separated and they pull or move towards the opposite pole. Move toward the opposite pole. The centromeres of homologous chromosome each bivalent stretch out on either side. Stretch out on either side. The centriole are at opposite pole of the cells, which spindle fiber from one pole of cells get attached to the one chromosome, and spindle fiber from opposite pole attached to the homologous chromosome. They attach to the homologous chromosome. So basically, what happened to this metaphase one is that during this metaphase one, the bivalent chromosome align on the equatorial plate. These bivalent chromosomes align on equatorial plate or metaphase plate. And the microtubules from the opposite pole, spindle fibers, attached to the kinetochore of homologous chromosome. Kinetochore of homologous chromosome. You can see in the picture. Okay. So spindle apparatus form and chromosome attached to spindle by kinetochore. So homologous pairing of the chromosome bivalent, which is arranged to a double row along the metaphase plate. So the arrangement of the paired chromosome with respect to the poles of the spindle apparatus is random along the metaphase plate. This is the source of genetic variations through the random assortment. Okay. So from here, metaphase plate, the random assortment of the chromosome will occur. So this is the main cause of the genetic variations. As a paternal and maternal chromosome in a homologous pairs are similar, but they are not identical. Then the number of possible arrangement is 2n, where n is the number of chromosomes in a haploid cells. Human being 23, then there is a 223, which is over 8 millions. Now anaphase 1, chromosomes move to the opposite pole. And this anaphase 1, chromosomes start to move at the opposite pole. Then the microtubules and kinetochore fibers interact with cause the movement. The kinetochore fibers microtubule interact with each other, they cause the movement of the different chromosomes. Now, difference between these mitosis and meiosis is that the sister chromatid remain joined after metaphase in meiosis 1, whereas the mitosis they separate. In case of mitosis, the sister chromatid gets separate, while in case of meiosis, the sister chromatid get remain joined after the metaphase. Only non-sister chromatid get separated during this metaphase. So during anaphase 1, original chromosomes get separated, so reduction in the number of chromosomes from 2 and to n. Yet the sister chromatid remain together. Case of anaphase 1. Now telophase 1. The homologous chromosomes which complete their migrations to these poles because of sorting of the spindle. Homologous chromosomes complete their migration to the two poles because they are sorting of the spindle. Now the nuclear envelope organized around two groups of the chromosomes. Then the nucleolus also appears. Cytokinesis. Cytokinase involves the formation of cleavage 4, resulting in a pocketing of the cells into two cells. At the end of telophase 1 cytokinase, two daughter cells are produced, each with one half of number of chromosomes. Haploid set of the replicate chromosome of the original parent cells. Interkinesis. Interkinesis में interphase 2 is similar to interphase. Now meiosis 2. Meiosis 2 is the second part of the meiotic process that is known as equational division. It is equals to the all the phases is equals to the mitosis. For phase 2, each dyad is composed of pair of sister chromatid which is attached by a common centromere. In case of metaphase 2, centromere are opposite, positioned at the equational plate. In case of anaphase, centromere divide and sister chromatid of each dad are pulled to opposite pole. So in case of NFH2, the sister chromatid gets separated, pulled to opposite pole. Telophase 2, one member of each pair, one member of each pair of homologous chromosomes present in each pole. Now, each chromosome is referred as molar, a combination of genetic material, paternal genetic information. Nuclei reform around the chromosomes develop. Following cytokinesis, finally, four haploid gamete cells result from this meiotic event. From this meiotic event. So, as we this is all about the meiosis two, but we have to recall all the steps in case of meiosis two. Case of meiosis two, remember please, there is a four different substages: prophase two, metaphase two, anaphase two, and telophase two. Now, what are the sequential event? Most important sequential event in each subspecies. In case of prophase two, it is equal to the mitosis. So meiosis two is initiated immediately after the cytokinesis of meiosis one, usually before the chromosome have fully elongated. Contrast to meiosis one, meiosis two resembles in normal mitosis, as I told you, the nuclear membrane which get disappear by the end of prophase two. They get disappear. The chromosome again become compact. So all the sequential event will occur, which is occurring in the mitosis. Then, in case of metaphase 2, at this stage of chromosomes align at the equator plane. At this stage, chromosome align at the equator and microtubules from opposite pole of the spindle get attached to the kinetopole of the chromosome, sister chromatid. Okay, the sister chromatid. Anaphase 2. Anaphase 2 is begin with the simultaneous splitting of centromere of each chromatid, which was how the sister chromatid together, allowing them to move toward opposite pole of the cells. Shortening of microtubule which attach to the kinetopole. Telophase 2, meiosis end with the telophase 2 in which two groups of group by a nuclear envelope. Cytokinesis follow resulting the formation of tetramer cells. Now four haploid daughter cells are produced. This is all the sequential event of the meiosis. Sequential event of the meiosis. Now we will recall all the meiosis sequential event of the meiosis. What is the meiosis? Meiosis is nothing but its form of eukaryotic cell division that produce haploid sex cells or gametic cells, which contain a single set of the chromosomes. From diploid cell, which contain two copy of two sets of the chromosomes. The process which takes place form of one DNA replication followed by two successive nuclear and cellular divisions. What is the meiosis? Meiosis is the process which takes place from one DNA replication followed by the two successive nuclear and cellular division. That is the meiosis. Meiosis is preceded by the process of DNA replications that convert each chromosome into two sister chromatids. Each chromosome into two sister chromatids. In case of meiosis one, the homologous chromosomes separate separation of pair of homologous chromosomes. Separation of pair of homologous. So in prophase one, crossing over is taking place. For the crossing over, there is a new combination of the new alleles or genes. In meiosis one, a special cell division that reduces the cells from diploid to haploid, that is known as reductional division. The homologous chromosome pair and exchange the genetic material or DNA to form the recombinant chromosomes. So this is again divided into five different subspecies: lactotine, zygotine, pegytine, diploidine, and dikinesis. Lactotine means chromosome start to condense. Condensation is taking place in lactotine. Zygotine, in case of zygotine, pairing of homologous chromosomes. Pairing of homologous chromosomes, which is closely associated. Form the pair of chromosomes consisting of four different chromatids, tetra. In case of pegytine, crossing over taking place. between homologous chromosomes or non-sister chromatid of homologous chromosomes. And they form the chiasma. Chiasmata. Diplotin nothing but its homologous chromosome start to separate. Now, in case of pegylatin, crossing over is completed. Okay, now the separation, in case of diplotin, the homologous chromosome start to get separate, but they remain attached at the chiasma. They remain attached at chiasma. Rest of chromosome, homologous chromosome gets separated. In case of diplotin, dikinesis, homologous chromosome continue to separate, and chiasmata move toward the end of the chromosome. This is known as terminalization. Chiasmata moves toward the end of chromosome. This is known as terminalization. So, terminalization occurring in dikinesis. Next is metaphase 1. Spindle apparatus which form the chromosome attached to spindle fibers via the kinetochores. In case of metaphase 1, homologous pair of chromosomes arranged as a double row along the metaphase plate. Arrangement of paired chromosomes with respect to the pole of the spindle apparatus is random along the metaphase plate. This is the source of genetic variations. So, random assortment. As the paternal and maternal chromosome in the homologous pair chromosomes, similar but they are not identical. The number of possible arrangement is 2n, where n is the number of chromosomes in a haploid cells. Human cells begin with 2n. After metaphase 1, anaphase 1, where the homologous chromosome in each bivalent are separated. Homologous chromosome gets separated and move toward the opposite pole. But at this stage, sister chromatid remain attached. Sister chromatid remain attached. Case of telophase 1, the chromosome become diffuse. Chromosome become diffuse and nuclear membrane get reformed. Then cytokinesis, final cellular division to form two new cells, followed by the meiosis 2. Meiosis 1 is a reductional division. Original diploid cell has two copies of each chromosome. In case of meiosis 2, they separate each chromosome into two different chromosomes. Event of meiosis 2 is analogous to the mitotic division as we know, although the number of chromosomes involved has been halved. Meiosis generates genetic diversity through exchange of genetic material between homologous chromosomes during meiosis 1. There is a random alignment of the maternal and paternal chromosome in meiosis 1. Random alignment of maternal and paternal chromosome in meiosis 1. Random alignment of sister chromatid at meiosis 2. There is a random alignment. Then after meiosis 2, again there is a cytokinesis. Then when cytokinesis get completed, at that time the four haploid cells will be formed. Okay, that is followed by. Now the functions of the meiosis. Production of haploid gamete so that fertilization restore the normal somatic chromosome. Production of haploid cells gamete so that fertilization restore the normal somatic chromosome. Then production of tremendous amount of genetic variations through the crossing over or recombination. Tremendous amount of genetic variation. That is the natural source of genetic variations through the crossing over. Then segregation of two allele of each gene. Segregation of two allele of each gene. This takes place due to pairing between two homologous chromosomes, and they separate at the first anaphase. They separate at first anaphase. Segregation of two allele of each gene. Then recombination between linked gene due to crossing over during pegylatin stage. Recombination between linked gene due to crossing over due to pegylatin stage. Meiosis facilitate the segregation and independent assortment of the chromosome also and the genes. This facilitates segregation and independent assortment of chromosomes. In sexually compatible or reproducing species, meiosis is essential for the continuity of the generations because meiosis results in the formation of male-female gametes, and union of such gametes leads to the development of zygote and thereby new individual cells. Thereby, new individual cells. So now we can conclude this complete meiosis as a meiosis is a mechanism by which conservation of a species chromosome number of each species achieve the cross generation sexually reproducing of it, even though the process is paradoxical, resulting in the reduction in chromosome number by the half. It also increases the genetic variability in the population of organisms from one generation to the next generation. So these variations, you know very well, variations are important for the evolution process. So this is all about the meiosis. Thank you.